Hello there. My name is Car Howe, and we're going to go over opening up a new bank account for someone who walks in. I just want to say, hey, I appreciate you all, and thanks for joining the team. Now, why does this training is important? Honestly, it's all about first impressions. First impressions are what we give to our members that come in, and honestly, first impressions are what's going to make members stay. So, what best to do is when we are opening up those new accounts for members, we want to make sure we put our best foot forward. We want to introduce ourselves. We want to say, hey, my name is Car Howe, and I'm a member service representative here. I just want to say welcome. How and also I want to know what actually brought you in today. What can I do to help your experience? Right? Those are the type of words and tools that we want to use when we are talking to members. Right? Now, when it comes to the account opening process, we're going to go over a few different things. As already stated, the greeting, right? You can sit there and say, hello, my name is. You can sit there and say, hi, how's it going? Whichever makes you feel comfortable, whatever you want to do, just make sure it is in a friendly tone and manner so that people can understand what you're saying, what you're doing, right? Now, we're also going to go over gathering the requirement documentation because sometimes people, they're in state, some people, they come out of state, and you want to open up that bank account for members, but we need the right documentation. And we're going to how verify the identity, and then I'm even going to show you what a completed application looks like. Now, because we are dealing with personal identifying information, we're not going to fill that all out together, but I'll show you what a completed one looks like so that you're able to understand it for yourselves. Now, the required identification that we need, such as like one being a government issued photo ID, the social security number of our member, as well as even a cash deposit. Now, that could be cash, check, transfers, however way it needs to be. Um, for us, I mean, got $5 right here. Sorry about that. You can see there, as well as we even have that debit card here, so you can even sit there and give someone that for the cash deposit. Now, typically most financial institutions they do that deposit of $5, but sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 20. But depending on where you're at, you're gonna be able to know. Now, acceptable primary IDs. Right now, these are state issued driver's license. These are military IDs. As I gave you these examples right here, those are identifiable marks on a military ID. We want to make sure everything is current and nothing is expired. So even if it's just one day expired, it's too late. We can't take it. Now the reason being is that we as a company do not want to be held liable for anything uh, that we don't need to be. So sorry, I apologize. We don't want to be liable for anything, no mistakes, no mishaps, nothing. We don't want to make sure, hey, we're opening up this account and it turns out to be somebody else's identity, right? So that's why we always want things present. Now, some unacceptable identification. These would be like student IDs, birth certificates, that are have no photo to it, right? We can't just take a birth certificate alone. We need proof that who's on that birth certificate is who we're opening an account. Now, there are some exceptions to the rule for this, such as when a parent is opening an account for a newborn. Obviously, newborns they don't have photo IDs, right? So you can get away with opening an account for a newborn with just one ID, one specific ID, such as being the birth certificate, because that shows both mom and dad. And guess what? We're going to take mom and dad's IDs and their identifying information as well to open the account. Now, a completed application kind of looks like this. Now, if you notice, when you get into your center, when you're actually working, we do not do paper applications, right? So you're going to be typing in all this information. So it's very precise that you sit there and type in the first name, last name, right? Sometimes people have similar names, so you might even want to include a middle initial in there just so we can separate it. Also include the date of birth of the individual because people sometimes share birthdays. I know myself, I'm a twin, right? I share my birthday with my brother. So me and him, right, we're two different people, but we have the same birthday. Now you're gonna plug in contact information because we want to know what's the best way we can reach that person, right? Whoever that member is in front of us, we want to be able to reach them, we want to contact them. Because after you're done opening up this account, in a week or so, you will follow up with the member. So how are you going to know to contact them? Through a phone number, through an email, right? And then address, we want to put in a good address. Now here in Colorado, right, we sit there and are able to open up accounts for members based off of a lot of good factors and good reasons, right? A huge one, especially like as far as like in credit union goes, is that you can get an account as long as you have some affiliation with Colorado. So that means, hey, as long as you're living here and mom and dad are out of state, you can actually get them an account too if they want to open up a bank account, but they probably don't. But say, hey, you want to open up an account and you want to keep it here because you opened the account with us when you were living in Colorado, it stays, right? Inform members of these little minute details, right? And also gather a signature because nothing is finite until we get a signature because you are going to be running credit checks on members. And I want you to stress that is that you are authorizing us as a company to pull your credit to see, hey, do you hit our standards and what it means to open up an account. Now, some common challenges that you all will face once you get out there are that customers have out of state IDs, right? That's no problem, right? As I said, as long as they have some affiliation with Colorado, you are able to open up the account. So that means, hey, if they moved from Ohio but they're living in Colorado now, just get that good ID, that good address here, right? Members can also update their documents. Don't let them be afraid, right? And then customers who are missing that secondary identification or proof of address, that's really where we're going to kind of struggle with, all right? We don't want to turn members away, but at the same time, we don't want to sit there and have members saying, hey, look, I only have one form of ID and this is what I need to open the account. You're in charge, you're in control, so you guide the conversation the way you need it to be, right? Now, sometimes you're going to deal with frustrated clients. So the way that I handle it the best way is just letting members know, hey, you know what? Unfortunately, we can't open up this account for you at this time. Let them know what criteria they did. I mean, maybe it was the credit check. Maybe there's something that's missing. Maybe they even owe another financial institution. If you let them know on the better side of things, they're going to understand. And if they don't, you just take a step back and be like, hey, that's okay. If you really can't control it, come grab your manager. You know what? You can even call me because I will personally let members know or those non-members know that hey, this is what we do and this is what we don't. Now, some of the best practices to double check on this is that hey, you have those good IDs when you're opening up the account, that you're understanding our policies as a financial institution as to why we do certain things and why we have certain documents, right? Again, we want to be protected, we want to be ensured that hey, look, we are protecting everyone, protecting yourself, you're protecting the company as well as you're protecting that member that you're helping, right? Now, some key takeaways from this. Again, get those right documentations, verify all the information correctly, and then just follow all the compliance and procedures that we have with us, right? Again, don't take that $5 for yourself. You're using that, you're opening up a member's bank account. Do that as such, right? Make sure they sign the documentation in front of them, right? Whether it's an electronic pen pad that you're signing or those physical documents that you have in hand, make sure that you have them. But for now, this is pretty much it. I do want to say welcome to the team. I hope you all succeed. And if you do have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me, okay? Thank you very much for your time. You have a good one.